Hello, and you join me on the Central Line heading towards Epping. Now, this is a rare solo video for the channel since people are busy, and I thought I may as well just document today as part of our sort of TFL Odysseys series. Because, well, those of you who know the London Underground will know the Central Line didn't always terminate at Epping. It went a bit further to Ongar, but in the 80s, that section was cut back because just low ridership, people weren't riding it at all, and it was already on the brink. It was using light electrification, which meant it didn't need power. It was a lot weaker electrification. So it was already on the ropes, and TfL, well, not TfL at that time, London Transport just decided to give it up. But that's not where the story ends, because the line became a heritage railway operated by the Epping Ongar Railway Volunteer Society, and that is where we are going to stay. Now, as you may tell by my uniform, I am working today on the Epping Ongar, so footage between North Weald and Ongar will be from a different day that I spent on the railway. That's because I cannot record while actively doing work. I will try and record where and when I can, and provide history on the line and how it really got to this point, because it is really interesting. Also, we have a Discord server now, and the link is in the description. And also, please tell me what you think of my presenting style and everything, because I can always pop out and do some solo videos around London. I've been sort of trying to build up the confidence to do solo videos, and today's sort of my test on it. So please tell me if you meld with it, if you jive with it, or if you would rather go back to the group videos that we normally do. We are going to continue doing group videos, just everyone's a bit busy right now, so I'll fit in videos when I can, and we will keep the weekly uploads. Quite a grey day today, hopefully it'll clear up. And yeah, I'll see you at Epping. Right, I'm just going to get myself signed on now. I think we're running Pitchford today, which is good. I love a good round Pitchford. Beautiful hall class loco. So yeah, I'm going to go sign on in the staff office, and then I'll see if I can do a bit to you guys on the platform. Right, let's head in. Okay, so a few things to go over. So right now we're at North Weald Station, which was the first station of the Ongar sort of section of the line. Now, North Weald is beautifully restored into its lovely LNER green colours, which suit it just beautifully. It's a beautiful station, and it's really sort of surreal, because you think just like few miles that way, you've got bustling Greater London, and now countryside, just countryside. It's really quite nice and peaceful, especially when you arrive pretty early like me. You just get to take it in. Unfortunately, it's quite a wet day today. But yeah, in terms of the local area, there is a beautiful pub that serves great food in a gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous Tudor building. But a bit further in that direction from the station is also the North Weald Airfield, which is actually the reason why this is the second take, because my first take got rudely interrupted by a Spitfire. Yes, a Spitfire. Yeah, it's really cool. Just sometimes you'll be dispatching a train up, there's a Spitfire. In terms of the train I am guarding today, so I've got the blue and cream set today. Now we know, I did see smoke rising from the shed. That means we are definitely running Pitchford today, which is great. I love Pitchford. I'll be sure to at least get some photos for you guys. We've got the blue and cream set, which the brake wheel is a lot stiffer. The maroon Mark 1, when we do a brake test and we have to go down to the track and hoist the vacuum pipe off, make sure there's a vacuum in there, and then put it back on. And the maroon one, I cannot do. I literally have to get someone else, a big fucking strong 6-foot man, to come in and use all of his strength to hoist that pipe up. It really needs some like WD-40 or something. Whereas this pipe is a lot easier to do, and I can probably, on a good day, do it myself. But yeah, so I'm gonna go and get something to eat because I'm hungry. It is currently around 7 a.m. and we start operation at 8, so I've got about an hour till we start. So I'll go and get some B-roll for you guys, and then we'll head over to Ongar, which is the end of the line, and Ongar is quite interesting, and I'll go into some more details there if I get a chance. If not, then we'll go to Ongar, then I'll come back and I'll do some details here. Sound good? Let's do it. Okay. Onwards to Ongar. Right, and that is all of the external and interior checks of the train done. I've also got myself some breakfast, so let's have a look at the haul we've got. We've got a lovely, nice, warm hot chocolate, followed by a nice, cool, refreshing lemonade, great for a hot summer's day like this. And the actual scran is the beautiful Epping Ongar Railway bacon roll, which is gorgeous. Okay, so I'm gonna scran this, and then it will be time to assist the locomotive with the attachment to the coaches. So let's go and do that. And I can confirm, if we follow through here, you can see that bit of steam back there. I don't know if you can see it that well. There's steam there. Oh, there's a whistle. Yep, we are running Pitchford today, so that will be glorious. Oh, beautiful. Anyway, I'm gonna eat this, then attach the locomotive, then we will be off to Ongar. All good to come on.
All good to come on, thank you. We're best in front.
Right, and we're here at Ongar Station, and I'm going to be doing this segment just inside the guard section because it's very busy, and being outside, pointing a camera at your face, doing well around a lot of people, is a bit socially awkward. So I'm just going to be here. So on to Ongar Station. So before that, we're going to talk about Blake Hall, and that closed in, I think it was in 1987. And that was due to extremely low passenger numbers. But we're here at Ongar, so when the Eastern Counties Railway built the railway to Loughton, they then extended it to Ongar. But then London Transport took over, and they were like, you know, we'll run this line, but we'll run Epping to Ongar as a little shuttle service. That didn't really work, and they tried to electrify, but they only really went halfway. They went with light electrification, which meant they didn't have to have a power station at Blake Hall. But again, it wasn't pulling the numbers, and eventually in the 90s the line closed. But luckily it was saved by a rail enthusiast and a group of volunteers who brought the railway back into operation as a heritage railway, hence why it is the tube line that still runs steam trains. Ongar Station itself is restored into a gorgeous Great Eastern Railway colour scheme. Absolutely gorgeous. I will include some B-roll shots of Ongar Station. It is beautiful. And the town itself is really nice. There's a secret nuclear bunker about a mile and a half from here, just out there. And yeah, it's just a really nice, quaint, quiet town with a railway station. Cool. Now on to something that's actually really interesting. Now, despite this being off of the TfL network and operated by a heritage line, but for a period of its time was left abandoned, the entire London Underground network is measured from Ongar to this day. The 00 point is at Ongar, where the buffers are. So that is just really cool in my opinion. It's just really cool. The 00 point for the London Underground network, which now is a completely unrelated network to this railway, is right here. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed. Sorry for it being a solo video, but if you want more solo videos, please tell me in the comments. I'm always looking for feedback. And yeah, thank you for watching. I've been Willow of the Transport Trio, and I will see you next week.
It's alright, we haven't taken the handbrake off yet.